Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we are so excited to have you again. Biafran group has reacted to the demands placed before the federal government by the Niger Delta Avengers group. You know, if you check our newsfeed, you're going to see the total demand. They are giving them 90 days to meet up with this demand. One of it is total resource control, that they want to control the resources and, everything about, financial rewards and all of that should be controlled by them. That's what they're demanding. But guess what? The Biafran group had something to tell them, and that's what we are going to reveal even as we go on with this news. But before we do all of that, if you've not subscribed to our channel, just hit the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our video. Biafra Nations League, BNL, has told a militant group, Niger Delta Avengers, to join the fight for the creation of Biafra instead of asking Buhari administration for amnesty and peanuts. BNL suggested that the recent threat to resume hostility in the Niger Delta by the military group was to get the federal government's attention for peanuts. The secession group said it was far befitting to fight for freedom and resource control instead of asking for settlement. Niger Delta Avengers, a military group which wreaked havoc on the region during President Muhammadu Buhari's first tenure, had on Saturday announced its return. The group relatively crippled Nigeria's economy between 2016 and 2018 by attacking oil facilities in the region, which plunged the nation into recession. The military group said it has launched Operation Humble, aiming at crippling the economy as it did in the past. But in a statement signed by its head of operation, Henry, the BNL said that most Niger Deltans now see militancy as an opportunity to get favor from the federal government. The BNL said that its members will not abandon Biafra to be asking for peanuts, instead insisting that the struggle for the state of Biafra cannot be exchanged for anything. According to the group, it has persuaded another military group, the Bakassi Strike Force, to shun the activities in 2016 after some Niger Delta elders made moves to meet Buhari. We advised the Bakassi militant as at then to publicly define their struggle different from Niger Delta militant struggle when we noticed that some elders were trying to hijack it for political reason. BNL recall how some Niger Delta elders, especially those in Rivers State and Bayelsa State, led by Ijaw leaders Edwin Clark, hijacked the Niger Delta cause to seek oil wells in Abuja, which after they were promised by the federal government, the Avengers surrendered. They also said that the Bakassi Strike Force later laid down their arms after stakeholders from Cross River State pleaded for calm, adding that the issue was resettling the displaced people has not been addressed. They advised Niger Delta youth to stop playing ethnic politics and join the fight for Biafra Republic, adding that resource control under Nigeria will not be possible. And this has triggered a lot of reactions from Nigerians, especially considering the tough response, the statement that was made by Niger Delta Avengers. And, all of this is tailored towards seeing how their resources can be controlled. Right now, as we're talking, there is so much strife and there's so much fight towards the issue of restructuring. And one of the things that embodies this restructuring is resource control. Ability for people to begin to look deeper into the environment and make money out of it, pay percentage of it to the federal government. But this is one thing the federal government is not yearning to give into it. And right now, the militancy group this group in the Niger Delta are now saying that we are out to do this except the government meet their condition. And what do they want to do? They want to see how they can secure total control over all the oil facilities in Niger Delta, because for them, they believe that the treatment meted out to them is not good enough, and they are pushing real hard. If you want to see all of this, you just go through our news feed. You're going to see, what this particular group are saying. But hey, the Biafrans are telling them that enough of all of this. It won't be possible because of what is ongoing. There had been a push for this for quite some times now, and the result seems to be very far. And some people, just like this guy is saying, talking about the leader of BNL, is saying, which is true, most of Nigerian politicians, whenever they see an issue of financial, control of financial benefits showing up like this, they will jump into it, they will spearhead it. At the end of the day, it would be a case of, fulfilling their personal selfish gains. Their personal selfish gain is most important, not really that they're talking for the entirety of the people. And that's why you see when cases like this come up, after a while, it dies off. That is why BNL, that's this Biafra Nations League, is like, hey, enough of all of this. Let's pursue a cause where we will be free to take charge of those things that are mainly ours based on the positioning, in Nigeria, based on the fact that these resources are traceable to our land. We've got to control it. And I feel that this issue, if it is not dealt with in respect to, ensuring that those areas are overly developed, you meet with the communities. A lot of people will buy into the suggestion of this Biafra Nation, league, because thus far, all this agitation for resource control and all of has not yielded any result, It hasn't yielded any result. And, shockingly, sometimes you go to where this Niger Delta, environment, and you realize that even in terms of employment, especially in key leadership position, they are not there, They are not there. And this issue cannot continue the way it is. Look at what is happening in Zamfara State, for example, and other states in the northern part. They've discovered oil. Some have even discovered gold. Now, the question is, how much are we generating from this gold? Why can't we set up a gold mining company that will take the responsibility of mining these golds, and when it is being mined, it is also equitably distributed to the 36 states the same way oil money is being distributed, But unfortunately, we are not seeing any push in that direction, to secure funds from the sales of this gold and share it to all Nigerians. 13% derivative, which is paid to, the Niger Delta states, also get the gold, and let's be paying 13% derivative to, wherever it is gotten from, and the rest of the money shared equally. I mean, this is just the way that we can show clear justice and clear fairness in dealing with the people. If you don't do this, you are going to continue to push them. And that's why these guys are saying Biafra is the best thing that can ever happen to them right now, because it will grant them the opportunity to enjoy their own resources and also make good use of them. I just feel that the Niger Delta Avengers should forget about this saying we are going to bomb it. Don't do it. Let these things be presented clearly, and it shouldn't be something spearheaded by one big leader who is claiming to represent your interests. You guys should go as a group and say, this is just it, this is what we want, and this is what we want. And if they don't, give them other options. We're going to opt out and follow these other guys and stuff like, so that to some extent you can be able to get what you want. I like to leave it there. Go to our comment section. Let's interact. Thank you very much, and stay tuned. Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. The Niger Deltans have cried